From the grave I rise. The cowboy hat is on, and you know what that means. Another night, another stream of West Loathing. We are approaching the end. We are going to see if maybe we can complete it tonight. I honestly do not remember how long Reckoning at Gun Manor is. Could finish it up in the stream. I don't think it'll take much longer than another one, so we're probably going to try and shoot to finish this one. But before that, good evening and welcome everyone. Glad to see everyone who's here is here, and I thank you for coming out. But yes, more West of Loathing, potentially the final stream of West of Loathing. Part of me will sad to see it go, but part of me will also be glad to free up the slot for something else. We have done this game for like, what is this, like 5? No, 6 streams? Not in a row, but still. It is time to switch it out for something else. What? I don't know, because quite frankly, I apparently have trouble picking games, because Saturday is still a mystery. Well, it may not be a complete mystery. Maybe updating that soon. Once I get like actual like confirmation both on what it, like time and shit. So expect a schedule update sometime, probably before Saturday, obviously. So, let me continue to ramble as I start the game up. Go ahead and just get that going right now. Get that all set up and going. But, yeah. It's gonna be, obviously, tomorrow off. Friday's Halo. That will probably be 2 streams, tomorrow and then like next week, and then that'll be done. And then I've got to figure out what to plug in for that one. So I essentially have to figure out 2 games to play in the upcoming weeks. No, 3 games to play in the upcoming weeks. It's gonna be a whole thing. I'm not looking forward to it. I am, but I'm not. Windowed game and chat. Ha! My fucking VTube Studio menu is still open. I don't want that there. That'd be silly. This goddamn fucking... Hello, game capture, please. Capture the game. What happened? Oh, actual bits. Oh, okay. I was like, what the fuck is that? Thank you. See, this is the part where, like, I have to get used to, Oh, good lord. Hang on. I forgot I adjusted it for Corbo. For Kerbo. So I have to resize the window. But yes, thank you for the bits. 100 bits. My first bits. Pog. Yeah, but we're gonna be seeing in the coming streams me getting used to all the alert noises going off, because I'm just like, what is that? It happened with the raid. It happened with like subscription. I've also cranked the audio on alerts, so should hear them a little bit better. Anyway, let me go ahead and transition over and unmute, and there we are. We'll continue. Alright, so last we left off, we exorcised 1 ghost out of, I think, like 13. So now we gotta figure out how to get rid of the rest of these guys. Let's get to it. This is the most large you've ever seen in one vessel. Hey, wait a minute, that's not a painting. Oh, we'll do it in a second. Almost all French, anti-French stuff you're afraid to eat, but some caviar. 10 caviar 3. Too bad my stomach is full. Oh, it's just a meat drop bonus. Yeah, it's whatever. Every candleberry shape, size, and food you don't like. Wait a second. Eureka! These can of string beans are exactly 1.2337 inches in diameter. They must have to pack the beans lengthwise. Cool, we can make a silenter. And hello, sir. Oh, weird. What you thought was a framed photograph is actually a window. Why does the larder have a window? And why is this ghost standing motionless in front of it as if you were a framed photograph? Excuse me, hello? Ghost ignores you. Grab him by the shoulders and shake him. Grab the ghost, somehow, and shake him until he rattles. Please cease this activity at once. Sorry, I got a little carried away. Now that I have your attention, how about telling me who you are? Ah, you do not recognize me? Jean-Francois L'Artist? Nope. Zut. I knew simply mimicking the photograph would not be sufficient. Without it, how will anyone know I'm the most famous Frenchman ever to visit Gun Manor? Started out as a French accent, I feel like it's slipping into something else. We're gonna see where it goes. Have a lot of Frenchmen visited? Besides having the distinction of being the most famous Frenchman to visit Gun Manor, I am also the first Frenchman to visit Gun Manor and the last as well. Gosh, how did you die? I was posing for a photograph to commemorate my visit here, and that fool of a photographer fouled up when preparing the gunpowder flash. Fouled up how? He left a bullet in it. Ah, I see. I must have this photograph. Such a face as mine must not languish in obscurity. Alright, let you know if I find it. Alright, cool. So we're looking for a photograph. That's a window. Pantry. Right. Pantry, there are pants in here. Right, okay. Rack of pants. Pants. Pants on rack. One rack, many pants. Pants and hey, there's a pair in your size! Fancy pantry pants. 25% cold resistance, okay. Pants. This ghost is running around like crazy, or hovering around like crazy. Search in the rack of pants, or trousers if you prefer, but we say pants here in the Western Territories. Seems too preoccupied to take any notice of you. Disguise yourself as pants. You sneakily conceal yourself amongst the pants and pop out as he approaches. Boo, I'm pants! Ah! Jeez, buddy, you nearly scared the death out of me. Sorry, I was just wondering what you're doing. Well, I thought it'd be obvious. I'm looking for a pair of pants, but they don't have any legs. Yes, I know. So what do you want pants for? Nostalgia? I see. How'd you lose your legs anyway? Aw, geez, that's really embarrassing. I don't mind. Well, see, I didn't have a proper holster for my gun, so I was just carrying it tucked in my belt. Ooh, trigger snag when you went to draw it, huh? Right. It gets worse, though. I was wearing one of those gun belts with the slots all around you stick bullets in, you know? Oh, man. Yeah, the chain reaction blew off the entire lower half of me. Wow, that's how you died? Yes, that is how I died. What kind of pants are you looking for? Kind without legs. Legless pants? Well, I can't wear regular pants, you know? The legs would just flop around and it'd be dumb. I guess you have a point. Okay, I'll keep an eye out for some legless pants for you. Thanks, I really appreciate it. Oh, geez. Yeah, fucking, can you imagine? You go to draw your gun. Oh. I don't know what you're talking for. You go to draw your gun and your entire lower half just explodes? Wild, right? I think I grabbed everything in here, right? Yeah, okay. Right. Dining room. Can I talk to this guy? Too busy to talk to you. Okay. Sorry, I'm still working on. Do not want to fight the ghost. Can I can make chili, can I? Like the kitchen stoves here. Little placard on the stove says chili stove. Very specific. You need a bowl of chili to give that ghost in the dining room, and this stove seems relevant to that need. Unfortunately, ever since your conversation with him, you're not even sure what you know what chili is anymore. Maybe you should do some research. Okay, that sounds like we gotta go to the library then. Parlor, cellar. Okay, so we gotta go up. That is the gallery. This is the library. Look something up. I want to look up chili. Savory soup made from beans, spices, and a gun. Okay. I feel like that's not correct. Or rather, we don't need a gun. There is something else we need to do. That's the restroom. Wait, okay, we're already in here. Did that. Restroom. Right, this is the whole thing. Some of this frame looks thicker than the edges. Okay. Okay, let's go back down to the first floor, and I think I have to go into the cellar. Yes, this is where I need to go. I think it's this. You've done enough damage here. Okay, I don't have the stuffing. Got it. Nothing in the parlor, right? No, not yet. Okay. So I think we can make this. According to the dictionary, you use some spices, some beans, and a gun. Oh wait, except you're trying to make the chili without the gun in it, so we have to remember to skip the gun part. Okay, keep it together, Sky. Spices, right. Got that under control. Grab a chili pot and put it on a burner. Take a heaping help of chili spices in the pot. The next step is beans. Fortunately, you find yourself embarrassingly beanless, devoid of legumes. Sans haricots, as the French say. Okay, so I need beans. There are no beans here. There's something in the pantry. Okay. I've got a lot of stuff and I'm not a lot of idea of what to do with it. Can't do anything with the dining room, can I? Is there anything else in here I missed? Did I potentially miss something in here? Still working on it. Right, too busy. Parts laden with empty dishes. I think there's more to the manor we can explore and that we have not explored yet. So we're going to go outside. And we're going to see what this way is. Carriage house is doors locked. We've got the key! Nice. What's this? There's old hedge clippers. Nearly empty herbicide can and a handful of nails. Okay. Ah! Frightening. There's a guy slouching around in here smoking a cigarette. Hiya. Hey, what's up? Do you work here? Are you a parking attendant or something? Yeah, I guess. I validate people's parking in that. Can you... I'm on break. Oh. Well, really, everyone's on break, kinda. What do you mean? A whole bunch of ghosts showed up in the ghost carriages all of a sudden. Everyone's either hiding out or kidnapped. I got here in a ghost carriage. Oh, man, did I die somewhere and not notice? Am I a ghost? Guy jabbed your forehead with one finger. Ow. Nope. Well, okay, well, you should probably go back to work now. Yeah, why is that? Because I'm going to rescue all the other employees, and if they come back and catch you slacking off, they'll be ticked. Oh, jeez. Okay, fine. Just let me finish this smoke before y'all go get in Hall heroic. All right. Okay, well, that was the Gun Manor Visitor Center. Uncharacteristically, the IRS actually has added 50% to the sign. Oh, hey, thanks again for rescuing me from that hedge maze. Hello? Either I never asked you what you do here, or I've already forgotten. From this token smashing machine. Okay, sure. You need a token first. You buy them from that little machine over next to the counter. Why don't you sell them yourself? She looks sheepish. They don't let me have access to the token supply anymore because I have too much fun smashing them. Oh, it's you. Hey, they let you smoke in here? Let's just say they haven't successfully stopped me. Why sneak off to the carriage house and smoke if you can do it in here while you're working? Well, I'll give you a hint. I don't like working. Can you validate my parking? Didn't you say you got here in a ghost carriage? That's right. Those don't actually take up space, so it doesn't count as parked. Oh, never mind then. Nope. Wait. Negotiate a better deal. In a staggering display of business acumen, you convince the machine to give you a discount. Sure. Great, I love running this thing. It's so satisfying. What picture do you want on it? A cool pistol. Good choice. Someday it will make a lot of people uncomfortable if you tell them you think pistols are cool, but not here in 1895. Takes your token, puts it in the machine, and happily turns the crank. It makes a loud grinding noise. Your token drops out into a slot, somewhat longer and thinner. I'm good. I can just go. Plus 10 moxie and plus 10 pistol attack damage. Ooh, it's 1 moxie less, but it gives me more pistol damage. Interesting. I feel like I'm missing a lot here. Because there's like the hedge maze, and then there's the hedge maze. There's whatever the hell's happening over here. Oh, this is just... Okay, this is... Okay, I see what this is. Tea service with leaves? That's a whole thing. Oh, cool. Nope. This is a thing. Make a wish requires a token. I need to go back and get a token. Fight? I might use my herbicide on this thing. When I could just shoot it with my gun. Okay. Weird. This bush seems to be full of pinto and kidney beans. You didn't think those grew on bushes, and you especially didn't think they both grew on the same bush. Hey, I mean, you know, that'd work. Huh, okay. Don't know how to get around in the thing, in the bush, in the hedge maze. That might be just the whole thing we have to figure out later. So. I'm gonna go get another token. We're gonna throw it in the well and see what happens. Maybe we'll get something, you know, necessary. Maybe it's just a fun little side thing. Negotiate a better deal. We got the chili beans, and that's what's important. So we can cook the ghost chili and get him out of there. Then after that, I got no fucking idea. I mean, like, I kind of have an idea. It's just a matter of finding what we need to do. Hold the token over the well, trying to think of something to wish for. After a few seconds, you accidentally drop the token into the well without making a wish. Dang it, I wish I had that token back. Here's some chimes and a rope appears with the whistling whale's crossbeams. Well, how about that? Aha! I've got tea service with tea now. That, in a weird way, actually helped a lot. This mannequin is disgusting. Right, that's a thing. I need stuffing of some sort. Parlor. Okay. Go into the kitchen. Make ourselves some fucking chili without a gun. Okay, we got spices. You shake a heap and help the chili spices into the pot. The next step is beans. So a pot of chili beans we found earlier with the trick. Make sure spices and beans is bubbling merrily. Now for the final ingredient, a gun. No gun. To restrain yourself from adding a gun, step back and admire your handiwork. It's not according to whole chili because it doesn't have a gun in it, but it is chili with no gun in it, which is the thing you were after. Chili sin pistolas. I'm back, and I've got a bowl of 100% gun-free chili right here. Oh my gosh, thank you so... Oh, something wrong? Well, see, I can only eat ghost food. How do I... Do you need me to murder this chili for you? Not to put too fine a point on it, but yes. Alright, I guess I'll try to find a humane way to do that. Alright, well, that's a thing that's happening now. How do I murder chili? What? What am I doing here? Do we go back to the kitchen? Do we just... How in the goddamn? I can only eat ghost food. Murder my food for me, please. Okay. I guess. We flush it down the toilet. No? Okay. Yeah, there's this whole thing in the gallery. This is born off of the cows going when they got fun again. More laws. Smorgasbord of legalese and you're not hungry. This game is wild sometimes. What am I actually looking for? Oh. Oh, hello, sir. There's a guy lying here, trapped underneath the large book. You okay under there? Shh, no talking back there. Sorry. Jeez. Well, I'm fucking stoned. It's like, I'm right there at the cusp of greatness. Nothing. Pick the lock and leave. Painting the countryside is nice, but there's nothing very interesting about it. It looks like the sort of thing you'd find hanging over the bed in a mid-priced hotel room, or a bed and breakfast, come to think of it. I guess it's a little weird that it's hanging over a stepladder instead of the bed. Maybe the last occupant was a really short artificionado. Happy little trees. Oh hey! According to the signature, this is an original Darius Clee. Have you ever heard of him? You know that you're looking closely at it, it seems like this painting is sticking out from the wall more than you would expect. What do you know? There's another painting underneath it. A painting of a safe. This house must really be old if it's got jokes of this vintage. It's a fairly realistic painting of a wall safe. It's captioned, "Ce n'est pas un coffre-fort." Take it off the wall. Take the wall painting. Take the wall safe painting off the wall. Behind it is, of course, a wall safe. Of course. You inspect the large wall safe, which is currently locked. The safe screen is open. It's empty, apart from a roll-up poster of Rita Hayworth. Swell. What? Safe is still empty. Search it anyway. Determined after I've gone through all this nonsense for nothing, you carefully search the empty safe. Eventually, there's a click in the back. The safe swings open to take a secret passage. I guess that explains the step ladder. It's a sewing kit. So it is. Oh, John, it's just a bunch of sew puns. Some candy on the nightstand. 9 out of 10 dens would be appalled. Club drops, open drops. This armoire is bigger on the inside than it is on the outside. Oh, hello. Hey, I'll take this. Thank you. Hello there. Are you here to laugh at me? Huh? No, not at all. I wouldn't do that. Of course you wouldn't. Nobody ever laughs. I never made a single person laugh in my entire career. That's a left turn I wasn't expecting. What was your career? I used to design gags and novelties, but I was terrible at my job. I couldn't come up with a single novel idea. This conversation seems oddly familiar. See, even my very presence is unoriginal. You're just being too hard on yourself. I bet you invented all kinds of good stuff. My best invention was fake vomit. It looked... It looks just like fake vomit, but surprise, it's real. Haha. That was the one that got me fired. How did you die? If you don't mind me asking. I was working on a new invention, an exploding cigar. I thought that would be pretty good. You light a cigar and it's fine for a second, but suddenly it goes off with a big bang. You jump in surprise and everyone laughs because you nearly had a heart attack. Funny, right? Sure. It is snag in development though. What happened? Well, I figured I'd use gunpowder for the explosive, and you can buy it already packed in these little brass cartridges, so that seems convenient. Do you mean bullets? My first test run was a real mess, I can tell you that. I can imagine. So anyway, now I'm a failure, and I'm dead. Maybe I can help you out. What do you mean? Well, your initial idea was pretty funny, I guess. It's just your execution that was the problem. My execution was the problem? Ha! You're a laugh riot. Maybe you could help me after all. See if I can figure something out for you. Alright, not yet. Okay. Found something for you. Holy cow, a counterclockwise phase inversion coil. I feel like all over one of these. Gun damage increased and she knows. Science blast. Alright. Well, we got another ghost. Which I guess is the thing. If we look up a gun. How do we murder Chili? I'm very confused. Oh! It's a sofa with some nice throw pillows on it. Smother the Chili with a pillow. You sigh and do what has to be done. You got an item. Chili sin pistola muerto. Right, well, that was a thing that just happened. Nope, that's getting into the dining room. Alright, dude. Okay, I've euthanized your Chili. Here you go. You hand the ghost a ghostly bowl of chili and he immediately gobbles it up. With a long, finally satisfied sigh, he dissipates. Happy trails, big guy. Alright, dude, what's up? Thank you for so much for dealing with that ghost. I am exhausted. What were you even doing? He kept demanding ghost food, but I don't really know how to cook except like nachos and popcorn. Just the regular kind, not ghost nachos and popcorn. But he was really insistent, so I figured ghost food is probably invisible, right? So I just pretended and gave him empty plates. I guess it worked even though that doesn't really make any sense. Huh. Anyway, thanks again. I work at the snack bar in the visitor center, so I'll see you around there. Okay, see you later. Alright, another goes down. And like, fucking 11 more to go. Oh dear. Let's go visit the visitor center. Maybe there's something new in there we can do. Snack. See what's for sale. Deep fried holster, gunpowder trigger leg, gun-shaped cookie. Okay, not quite what I was looking for. Okay. So we go back to the second floor. Problem anyway. Yeah, try me. How do I get gun law though? That's the problem. Maybe we can talk to the library ghost and be like, oh, another 100. Okay, so I did hear that. Fucking. Can you help me with some library stuff? I'm looking for some of that delicious paste. Also, thank you again for the 100 bits. I'm looking for a book on a specific topic. So sort of all the cards like, how do I get started? Find a book on a specific topic I'm looking for. It's called and will direct you to other books on that topic. Okay. Turns out it's looking about geology. It's bound in stone, and it appears the chapter is devoted to a different type of stone, and is printed on slabs with the stone in question. Isn't going to be easy to move. Managed to heave the book off that guy. Whew, thanks. Thought I'd never get out from under there. At least I know all about the particular type of granite described in that one page. How'd you get trapped like that in the first place? Well, I work at the info desk at the visitor center, so on my breaks I like to research different kinds of info. You know, just in case anyone asks. I guess you never know when someone might ask you about rocks. Exactly. Oh man, I'm late getting back. Thanks again. Feel free to stop by my counter if you have any questions. Sure thing. Okay, so I need the book. The base is for pool creepers, not for eating. Okay. Okay, so we got making a book about rocks with rocks is like a lot of effort. Yeah, no. Yeah, it sounds like it'd be something of a heavy read. Kind of dry, I imagine. Also, hello, welcome. Info, man. Give me info. Oh, hi, thanks again for freeing me from that book. You still kind of have marks with engravings pressed into your face. I'm hoping they fade with time, but if not, I can always quiz myself while shaving. So what do you do here? I provide information. Want some? Sure. Wait, that's what I'm here for. What would you like to know? What can you tell me about Gun Manor? Okay, no. You're not who I need. Damn it. That is a whole thing I'm not prepared to just do. What I need is a ding-dang old book that'll point me in the direction of gun law. And then there's this thing. I don't know what to do with that. Max old photos. Ah! Hey, okay, hold on. Now we're getting somewhere. We got some momentum. Let's do this. We got this. We're doing it. Get this photo to the start of the list. So you have returned. Have you recovered the photograph I require? I found an old photo. That actually looks like you. Here. Ah, marvelous. What a resemblance. Yeah, it's a pretty decent pic. Good thing light travels faster than bullets. Now my image will not be lost to the ravages of time. Merci beaucoup, my friend. He hangs the photo in the window and dissipates into nothingness. Auf Wiedersehen. That's funny. Okay, well. That's like, what? 3 ghosts? Out and down? And then there's you. Not yet. Well, the key you're looking, friend. Imagine we have to figure out how to... So why can't... Wait. What are we doing? Getting to the 3rd floor. Why can't we not get to the 3rd floor? Why just the 2nd floor? Okay, so we gotta find the button for the 3rd floor, but where would the 3rd floor? Okay. Gallery, restroom, guest rooms. We can't go in room 3. This is room 1. No. We can go in room 2. This is room 2. I think we're in room 3 now. Yes, we're in room 3. Oh. Okay. Well, that's convenient. So you just gotta punch the puns and then you get what you need. Okay, so now we can go to the 3rd floor. The funny walking never fails to amuse me. Oh, it's probably the best feature of this game, and if you miss it, you like miss out on so much of the game, I feel. Give the elevator operator the button you found, and she sticks it to the empty butthole in the elevator's control panel. Hey, thanks a ton. You sure are helpful, Sky. Well, how do you get, Sky? Which floor? Go to the 3rd floor, please. All right. That is a horrifying picture of a donkey. So what do we got? Mr. Gun. This is Gun. Honestly, need to be an option in every game. Absolutely. I'm hoping these guys make something else like West of Loathing. I'd play it again for sure. Music room, kids room. Look on the kids room. It's a dole mine. How adorable. Just look at all the little miners and mine carts and mine shafts and bowls of minestrone. What's this? There's a tiny stick of dynamite stuck in a little borehole. This toy is interactive. Also, I hear Kurt's Fit music. You know that firecracker is just tiny sticks of dynamite? And this is just an even tinier one? And that a pumpkin is technically a berry? So I need a cigar. Oh my lord. Daniel Boone. This is a much nicer vanity than that of the average Frontier teen. So I'm slacking on the geometry homework. Good form. Here's how I just take the book with you and do the assignment later. Geometry textbook. Science stuff. The plaid skirt in here. That's sort of like Legolas pants. Looks like someone forgot a book on her bed. Those fun law rules for 71 power games associated with amusement for children. Aha! What is this devil's music? What's this? blank chalkboard. Write something. Ah! You monster! Why would you write that? Oops. Gotta make sure it never happens to everything. Take the chalk. I got blue chalk. Okay. It's a toy box. Who knows what horror it contains? You got an item. Stuffed gun. Huh. Less macabre than you were expecting. So one box with letters on them. Ah! This guy has a smile frozen on his face and his eyes dart around in panic as he pretends to sip tea. One eye twitches as he tries to whisper to you out of the corner of his mouth. What's that? A drop of sweat rolls down his brow and he stares at the little ghost that doesn't seem to have noticed. So I'm not getting it. Can you speak up? His hands are shaking, as if he were holding an actual teacup. It probably would have shattered by now. He hisses at you through clenched teeth. Sorry, I can understand you. Bye. This little girl ghost is serving imaginary tea to her guests. The doll, while terrifying, is largely indifferent. The museum employee, on the other hand, is playing along with a rictus grin on his face. The little girl wears an annoyed and disappointed frown. Hello there, my name's Sky. Can I join your tea party? If you want, I guess, but it's a terrible tea party. Aw, what's wrong? You aren't having any fun? All I have is dumb made-up tea. I want a proper tea party, like Mama took me to. Tell me more about this party. We went to a real tea room. It was so pretty. There were vases and flowers in them, and everyone was all dressed up in suits and pretty dresses, and there was bright china teacups for the tea. Real tea, not imaginary. Well, that sounds very nice. It was, and it was so nice. And everyone was so polite and charming and elegant. Well, until the fight started anyway. Oh, there was a fight? Well, two of the gentlemen there got into an argument. I don't know what it was about, but I guess one said something the other one didn't like, and he was so insulted he threw his tea right in the first man's face. And then they took out guns, started shooting at each other right there in the tea room. Whoa! They were still really elegant, though. They had little silver and ivory pistols, and they kept their pinkies out the whole time. Anyway, I don't remember the rest very well, except one of them missed the other and shot me by mistake. I'm so sorry. Thanks, but it's alright. Heaven's supposed to be really nice, so I guess I don't mind so much. But I didn't get to finish my tea party, and I want to have another one before I go. Except I don't have any tea, and make-believe tea isn't fun anymore. I actually got some tea right here. Oh, that's wonderful, thank you! She serves the tea in the four of you. Well, if you're not the doll. Sip it with your pinkies extended in genteel fashion. Then with a giggle and a wave, she fades away. Rest in peace, kiddo. Now take the doll with me? Oh, thank God, I thought that would never be over. Look at me, I'm shaking like a leaf. Kind of a freaky situation, right? Having to deal with little kids freaks me out bad enough. Having to interact with a ghost of almost horrifying. Anyway, thanks for the rescue. I need to get back to work. What do you do here? I run the county counter in the visitor center. Oh. Huh. 9 ghosts left. Found something for you. What is this thing? Oh, well, whatever it is. I'm sure it's safe. Gun damage increased and medicinal gas. Right. We were just in this one, right? Yeah. Okay, so then this is that one. Okay. So then it's this one. Wow, that music is creepy. A little baby surprise, you'll understand, like feeding diapers and burping rings. This teddy bear has been comprehensively, enthusiastically disemboweled. Oh, hey! A lot of stuffing. Composition of this painting is bad in every way. Whew. Howdy, yeehaw. Ah, hello, Ellie, hello. Welcome. Yeehaw, indeed. What the fuck is happening in here? What is going on? A musty, decaying pile of old music book. Almost all of the books are dry rotted and moth-eaten, and you fall apart at a touch. You do find a copy of Dueling Banjos in reasonable shape, though. Some sheet music on the piano. Blank sheet music. Okay. This is a bassoon. You know what they say? It makes an ass out of N and what? Boo! Ah! Someone doesn't even be interested in anything other than cranking that hurdy-gurdy. Disconnect the crank. Definitely disconnect the crank from the hurdy-gurdy without alerting the woman's attention. But it turns out you needn't have bothered. She continues to turn the crank, blank-eyed, even with nothing attached. Grab the end of the crank and pull her very slowly to the gift shop where you find a Victrola to plug her into. Problem solved? Anyway. Back up to where we were. So, I think we should hit the first floor real quick. Get that library thing going. No, second floor, sorry. parlor. Why am I in the parlor? Don't need to be in the parlor. Second floor. Then we can hit 2. Wait, shit. No, hang on. I need to go back down to the first floor, into the cellar, make the silenter. Got the right size tin can. Got some stuff to get the appropriate density. You drill a hole in each end of the can and carefully remove the beans. Then you soak the stuffing in a vat of acoustic dampening chemicals and carefully jam it into the can. Voila! Got a silenter. This is a can of stuffing designed to make it much easier for you to shoot people at Thanksgiving dinner without getting caught. Silent your pistol. Cool. You thought it was a dog initially because of his walk? Oh yeah, no, I get that. No, I got a... It's a perk I get. You can get at the start of the game called Stupid Walking. I walk stupid. Hey, I know how to make guns quiet. Hey, shh! How many times do I have to tell you? Sorry, but I don't know how to make guns quiet. Oh, really? Can you show me? You nod. You quickly and quietly leave the library, gather materials for a silencer, and head to the lab to craft it. You then return to the library and present it to the librarian. I invented this thing to make guns really quiet. Oh, marvelous! Finally, I can rest in peace knowing that libraries will now be safe from the noise of gunfire. It is only an atmosphere of quiet that makes the true joy dare live. What? True joy dare live. Okay. With that, she dissipates into nothingness. He isn't famous yet. Oh, whatever. Okay, so you have 2 books you can put back: Fun Law and Dueling Banjos. Go on different shelves so you can't do them both at once. Fun Law. Fun Law begin and put it back. Next book on the shelf is Gun Law, which might be even more entertaining. Okay, cool. I now know Gun Law. Deal. You love it? Oh yeah, no. Stupid walking is like the best thing about this game. Aside, you know, the obvious dialogue. Objection. What are you objecting to? Your face. Overruled. It's your problem anyway. Bah, it's legal stuff you never understand. In fact, I think you'll find I'm quite conversant at the finer points of our justice system, particularly as it pertains to guns and gun-related activity. Horseradish, you're all trousers and no briefs. Oh yeah, well just try me, smart lady. Fine. Obviously you aren't going to leave me alone, so just ask me questions. I'm Sky Toy Student speaking for the record. State your name, occupation, and cause of death. This game humor overall is just really fun. I love the spittoon dialogue. Oh yeah, the spittoon dialogue's great. Oh my gosh. It just starts out with the narrator being like, just no, stop, please. Do not put your hand in any more spittoons. And slowly just break it down over time. Felicity Wainwright, defense attorney, lost a court-approved trial by combat. What? Trial by combat has been outlawed for like 15 years. You understand that ghosts don't visually age as time passes, right? No. So your client called for trial by combat, which meant you and the prosecutor had to face off in a duel? That's correct, and you lost. Squinch you. Are you acting dumb to try and throw me off guard? I withdraw the question. Why are you stuck as a ghost? Because although trial by combat was already well out of fashion at the time, it was still a valid legal recourse. I should have been prepared for the possibility, but I wasn't. My lack of training resulted in an innocent man being executed for murder. Oof, how was he executed? Hanging, I assume. Obviously, I wasn't around to see it. So to release you, I need to prove that the loss wasn't your fault. The trial duel was completely fair and above board. There's no chance of there having been foul play on the prosecutor's part. My loss is my own. Then, I'd have to prove your client was actually guilty, and therefore your feelings of responsibility are misplaced. Look, she gives you hard and cold. Look, you think you know a thing or two about the law? How about you first tell me the rules for being a defense attorney? Don't refer to his gavel as a little weird hammer? To trust and believe in your client. If you don't believe your client is innocent, you'll never convince anyone else he is either. So if I convince you he was guilty, you'll have to fight an uphill fight, fella. You are essentially playing prosecutor here. Alright, tell me about the case. My defendant was Matthew Guilty McCready, accused of the murder of Vic Timsbury at noon on June 18th, 1878 in Reno. Ask questions? Go ahead. What was this at noon? This was at noon precisely. Yes, that was confirmed by witnesses. Also, McCready owned a fancy pocket watch that chimed in the hours. There were witnesses, but half a dozen of them. I'm pretty sure this is what you're telling me. I'm not obligated to play my fan face up, Mr. Prosecutor. Okay then. What was the cause of death? James Murray was shot through the heart with a .45 caliber revolver. And did McCready own such a gun? Yes, he was holding it at the time, and subsequent examination showed that it had been recently fired. Are you messing with me? Any further questions? Yes, I do have more questions, yeah. Your client was actually named Guilty? Come on. Names don't mean anything. I once had a client named Ike Ildeguy, and he was totally innocent. Someone's actual legal name, sure, but nicknames are usually given with some sort of basis. You've never met a really tall guy named Tiny or a fat guy called Slim? Arguably, the nickname Guilty would reinforce my client's innocence. It's totally absurd, but I'll let it rest for now. Let me ask something else. Hang on a second. Shot with a pistol in front of witnesses at exactly noon. Was this a duel? So you could add 2 + 2 after all. Well done. Okay, well I know all about kind of gun law, so I should be fine when it comes to duels. The book I read was pretty thorough. Oh, not to quote me irrelevant passions then. Sure. The issues surrounding duel law are complex and cannot be properly addressed in brief, and so I refer to you to the next volume in the series for a comprehensive discussion of the topic. Well, nuts. Guess I'll come back later. Now, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, duel law. Laws pertaining to dueling. Turns out when 2 guys want to murder each other and okay. So I now know duel law, which is apparently different from gun law. Back we go to play prosecutor. Honestly, this probably would be a lot faster. Like, you know, fought and killed them all, but I mean, come on. You're back. Did you get a crash course in duel law? I sure did. Swell. The only thing I don't really understand is when it's legal to banish your opponent to the Shadow Realm. Okay, well that didn't come up my case, so don't worry about it. It's a different kind of dueling. Let me just do a quick review. The duel is legal provided between exactly two people at a specific prearranged time and place using the same or at least essentially similar weapons. And they have to either face each other down and quick draw at the appointed moment, or do the 10 paces turn and fire routine. Is that right? That's the gist of it, yes. So I guess let's start with you telling me the facts of the case, and I'll interrupt you rudely if I have any questions. Alright, but if you push my trivial nonsense, I'll get mad and you'll have to start over. That seems fair. Go ahead. Grooney and Timsbury got into an argument in the saloon on the evening of June 17th. Apparently Timsbury accused McCready of cheating at poker. Go on. Bartender yelled at them to take it outside, but since it was dark out, they agreed to meet a duel for the next day. That would be the 18th, you said. Yes, June 18th, 1817. Okay, go on. So the next day, they both showed up shortly before noon, and squared off at about 30 feet from each other. When noon struck, McCready fired, fast enough that Timsbury didn't get a shot off on account of having his head shot off. That's pretty much long and short of it. I'm gonna have to ask for some more details on that. What weapons are they using? McCready had a .45 caliber single-action army revolver. Timsbury had an older model 36 caliber cabin ball navy revolver, which he loaded with paper cartridges instead of packing the gunpowder by hand. Objection! Those are significantly different weapons. Are you kidding me? They're both pistols. A modern cartridge revolver versus an antique cap and ball loader? Are you ridiculous? That antique was in production until 1873 and considered one of the most reliable and popular 6-shooters in the territories. Furthermore, the restriction against differing weapons in a duel is about pistols versus rifles, or the proverbial knife in a gunfight. Or as a more recent example, a nitwit trying to argue the law against a professional attorney. Oh geez, that's a bit harsh. Okay, got me. It might take a bit. I gotta argue Mr. Law with a ghost. Okay, fair, go ahead. Answer questions. What day of the week was this? Monday. Monday, June 17th, 1878. That makes sense. Everything a little bit grumpy on Monday. I should make the weekend Sunday. Is that Monday? Okay, whatever. Now go on with the story and we test it. I have a question. Did it set a specific time for the duel? High noon. 5. Figures. Why is it always high noon? Tradition, I suppose, since the sun is at its highest in the sky, if it's too lightly, there remain shadows, so that's good for gunfighting. Makes sense. Plus, you will have your duel on your lunch break. Never mind what happened next. Got some details on that. You said there were witnesses. About a half dozen of them watching across the street, peeking through half of the shutters. Were they interviewed? Yes, and their stories lined up with what I just told you. Were any of them known associates of McCready? Not aware of them being actual friends with McCready, but he was local and a lot of people knew him. Wait a minute, where are you going with? Any one of those people could have interceded on McCready's behalf into one extent. They could have shot Tibbs with a more accurate weapon like a rifle, or they would have been 2 gunshots instead of just 1. Or you see what they shot with a poison boiling dart. Just for poison? Well, shit. Okay. I know there's stuff in here we need to find. Questions? Tell me more about that argument. There isn't much to tell. The other players in the game had already folded their hands that round. So they weren't paying very close attention. All we know is that Tinsbury suddenly accused McCready for being a dirty varmint, and McCready said Tinsbury was a sore because they'd been losing all night. Did McCready have a history of cheating? He'd been accused of it once or twice, but Reno's a gambling town, and he hung out in the rough part of it. Getting accused of cheating by a sore loser when you're lucky streak is par for the course. But if McCready had a history of cheating, it would be irrelevant, because the reason for the duel was immaterial to the legality of the duel itself. What was an issue here? Okay, I have another question then. Actually, never mind. Another question. Why didn't they fight right then? Because it was dark. We can have a gunfight in the dark. No, I get that. But could they just had a regular old fist fight? They were mad at each other, shoot each other to death, not punch each other? Well, without getting too psychoanalytical, these guys were gunfighters. I mean, they counted that as just a specific part of their identity. Fighting without guns was just not outside their wheelhouse. Considered a waste of time and talents. Asking a fancy French chef to make you a grilled cheese sandwich. What happened next? Ask for details. He fired exactly at noon? Yes, as soon as the church bell started ringing. So McCready fired as soon as the church bell struck noon? Objection. McCready fired at the wrong time. What are you talking about? He fired exactly at noon with the church bells that are witnesses. That's why he fired at clock noon, but their duel was set for high noon. They aren't the same thing. High noon is just when the sun is at its highest point in the sky, depending on geography and the time of the year. It could be hours different for clock noon. McCready fired it early, and that makes the duel illegal. So what do you say to that, counselor? Felicity gives you a slow smile. Gotta hand it to you, prosecutor Torsten. You're a lot better at it than I was giving you credit for. It's a good thought you had there. There's just one problem with it. No, what's that? I already thought it. Take that! Here's a small book that you would better manage to catch. Yeah. What the heck is this? I did my homework while preparing for that trial. My legal homework, since at that time I expected there to be an actual trial, not a gunfight. What you're holding there is a nautical almanac for the year 1878. There are bookmarks if you'd like to do the math yourself. You look up solar noon, aka high noon, for June the 18th and make the adjustment for Reno's longitude. What do you think you get? You've got to be kidding me. That's right, Mr. Prosecutor. 12 o'clock p.m. precisely. No! Hell damn. Nice try, though. I mean that sincerely. It's all my ammo. I can't think of any way to disprove McCready's innocence. As far as I can see, it was a fair duel. Yes, and that's me with the guilt of an innocent man's death in my hands. An innocent man's death. You sure are good at repeating things people say. What if he didn't die? Say what now? Well, you didn't actually see the execution, right? Well, yes, I was indisposed, you might say, being dead and all. So you don't actually know whether or not it happened. Oh, come on, look, I appreciate the effort, but you're barking at the moon. Let me ask you something. Right, go ahead. Was the trial right after the duel, the 19th? No, I don't know what Reno's like now, but it didn't have a proper courthouse then. And you can't try a murder charge in the sheriff's front parlor. McCready sat in jail for a couple weeks, and so they transported him to Frisco. Well, with one thing and another, the trial didn't start until July 25th. Jeez, so much for the right to a speedy trial. The wheels grind slow. I have another reason. Question. When was the execution? Well, we held the trial by combat on the 26th. And that was a Friday. So they don't execute prisoners on the weekend, so presumably it would have been the following Monday, the 29th. In the morning? Well, with setting up the gallons and letting the cloud gather, they usually happen in the afternoon. Around 3, typically. I have another question. What can you tell me about McCready? He was a gunfighter, through by that I knew he was an adrenaline addict, and dueling was his legal of choice. Hell, if you told me the evidence that he cheated at poker with the specific intent of baiting people into challenging the duels, I wouldn't have been a bit surprised. He was a sly one. Her expression softens and she sighs. Make himself like a real devil, that's not fair. He was smart and charming, could have been a good man, and he'd chosen an entirely different life for himself. Anything else? Well, I recall he had a real good head for numbers. He told me that he never forgot a date and every man he'd ever killed. He'd remember the poor beer on the grave on the birthday. That's nice. Nice birthday present would have been not having killed him in the first place, of course. Yep. I have another question. Why did he invoke trial by combat? Assuming he was innocent, why would he invoke trial by combat? His case was pretty straightforward, and only worse than his odds. I was mighty surprised, let me tell you. The only thing I can figure was his damn fool sense of gunfighter's pride or something. Like that was the only form of justice he was willing to submit himself to. Okay, I'll be back. I may need to do some research. Put date in it. July 29th? That was when McCready was going to make it. Let's see. Wow, wait a minute. According to this, there was a total eclipse of the sun that day. Centered right over the western territories with its totality at 12:47 p.m. That's a hell of a thing. July, right. No, 19. Okay, so let's try June. No, I need to be in June. Oops. I feel like I know what I need to look for, but at the same time, I don't. Hey, I got a question for you. All right, go ahead. Looked up July 29th in your almanac. And get this, there was a total eclipse of the sun that day. What? Now you're doing messing with me. No, look for yourself. Totality at 2:47 p.m. right over the western territories. Well, that's quite a thing, but I don't see how that affects... Wait, unless you're suggesting... Right, it was the perfect opportunity for McCready to escape. That's absurd. Absurd like a fox. You said yourself that McCready was really good at remembering dates. He could have read about the eclipse at any time and stored that knowledge away for future use, like to give himself an advantage in a duel or something. Alright, that's reasonable as far as it goes, but McCready couldn't have worked the eclipse into an escape plan because he didn't have any say over the court schedule. You said, well, with one thing and another, the trial didn't start until July 25th. McCready could have caused any number of those delays himself by faking illness in prison, or messing with the horse in the ride to Frisco, or anything. This could also explain the trial by combat. I mean, there ended up being too much delay, so the regular trial went on to why he was found guilty would have missed the eclipse. Exactly. Whereas if he called a trial by combat, everything would have been resolved one way or the other in only one more day. If you win, that'd be fine, but if you lost, you'd use his escape plan. I have to admit, this is pretty compelling, but it's all maybes and what ifs. Yeah, maybe it happened, but maybe McCready was rescued by leprechauns. Oh man, are leprechauns in Frisco? You need some kind of hard evidence before this is any more than just a fun story is what I mean. Let me ask you something else. How can I find evidence of McCready's escape? We don't know if the escape would happen. True. Something like that would have been in the news for certain. Okay, I'll see what I can find. July 30th. There's a library there, I don't know. Library seems like a very good place to go. There we go. Find a bundle of old newspapers at the bottom of the shelf. The Frisco News and Angel. You start at the bottom of the stack and flip through until you find the paper of the week of July 28th to August 30, 1878. The main features has to do with the eclipse and race accidents and spectacles that occurred because most people weren't expecting it. The editor apologized for bearing the announcement in the previous week's weather forecast. Most notably, all 3 men scheduled to be hanged on the 29th escaped from the confusion, and only 2 of them were captured. Unfortunately, their names aren't given. You don't find anything relative to the case, however, as you're putting back the papers back in order, a headline on a more recent issue catches your eyes. Husband of famous inventor missing. The article is light in information, but apparently Mrs. Gunn's husband Dan vanished on the road while traveling to Dirtwater on business about 6 years ago. Law enforcement has suspected bandits, but no evidence was found. It's kind of grim. Let's see if this is enough to convince her. Hey, I got a question for you. I found a newspaper article. The guy scheduled to be executed the day the Clipper escaped, and one of them was never caught. Which one? Well, didn't say did it. Nope. Damn it. Executed criminals aren't getting gravestones with their names on them. Kids, go looking around Frisco Cemetery to find out. Listen, Sky, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but at this point you have to actually find McCready himself to prove that it wasn't executed through my failure. Well, I guess that's what I'll do then. My problem is I don't know where the hell he is. Well. Alright. That was a bust. Where is the pantry? I think it's on the first one, yeah. Give the skirt to him. Oh, that's the cellar. direction. Yes. Right? Right? Yeah. Yes. Still can't find legless pants if you come across any. How about this skirt? Look, I understand that generalization of clothing maybe shouldn't be a thing, but I'm kind of old-fashioned. Or, did I say skirt? I meant kilt. What's a kilt? It's a special kind of foreign legless pants. For men. Here, try it. Ghost tries on the kilt. Hey, that's really nice. Thanks a lot. This pants problem solved. He dissipates into the ether. 7 ghosts left. None left on the first floor. 3 left on the second, 4th, 3rd. Okay. So let's go look at the 3rd and see if we can't deal with some of that. Mrs. Gun. Let's try out Mr. Gun. So she wanna pull cheap cigars. This guy doesn't notice you approaching until you're right next to him. He yelps in surprise and drops his glass on the floor, then squints unsteadily at you. Then he takes a maraschino cherry from the bowl in the bar cart and throws it at your head. Hey, stop that! Sorry, just making sure you're not one of them there ghosts. Dumped another cherry into a fresh glass and poured a lot of whiskey on top of it. You one of the museum employees? Mm-hmm. Yep, that's me. What are you doing in here? Hiding. But I don't know if maybe you didn't notice it, but this house has got ghosts in it. You don't say. Whole bunches of them, all over. So I don't know about you, but I'm staying right here where it's nice and drunk. I mean safe. Wouldn't you rather get out of here? Nah, all the booze. That is booze. I'm really scared of when ghosts go boo, you know? They'll get me if I leave this room. There aren't any ghosts between this room and the exit. So you say. Said. That's what you said. But they're ghosts. They could be anywhere. Except in here? Exactly. I ain't leaving without a guarantee that those ghosts won't grab me on the way out. You can disguise you. Here, look. Use this white shower curtain to disguise you as a ghost. Then they won't bother you on your way out. That's a mighty fine idea, but toss as bad as bag of drink and pours another. But oh, eye holes. That curtain's got holes for my eyes. I won't be able to see. Starting to think you don't actually want to leave. No, what gives you that idea? It's terrible in here. There's some holes in the curtain. You narrow your eyes at him and blast some holes in the curtain with your pistol. Okay, geez, I get the picture. Dumps an armload of bottles from the cart, pulls the shower curtain over his head, and staggers out the door. Good. Manly's finest cotton candy schnapps. This bowling stuff is extremely broken. It's not even supposed to fly around even a little bit. Well, I guess we're fighting a bowling ball ghost. Bowling ball chunk, alright. Deals damage equal to your muscle. Oof, that's big. Okay, so just okay. So that's just a thing. That's an angry duck. Wow, you hope you meet a live duck this big. One is loose. His eye is loose. Nice. Alright. There's a goblin head mounted like a trophy on the wall. This would be positively barbaric if not for the fact that the goblin seems pretty okay with it. Boo! Pretty good I am to getting you, huh, human? Wow, yes, very much to getting me. Nice. What is it happening to you? Is Mr. Gun hunting you and cutting head off? No, Mr. Gun, a good human man he is being. Very friends. Inside one of his bowling ball bags, my sports are growing, only headroom. Mr. Gun to finding me and hanging me up here, for to chatting with. Great guy. Wow, weird. This ghost is dressed up as a traditional safari hunter with the pith helmet and big white mustache. Those weird khaki trousers make it look like your butt has wings. He's inspecting Mr. Gun's trophy collection, but doesn't seem particularly impressed. Hi, I'm Sky Torisuna. Oh, charmed, I'm sure. Lord Houston, Camdenton, at your service. What happened, if you don't mind me asking? Not at all. It isn't a very exciting story, I was hunting lions on the plains of Sparangeti when one of the lighters got the better of me. Wow, you were eaten by a lion? That sounds pretty exciting to me. Random thought this should make a stupid walk a mod for Elden Ring. Oh, Christ. Seeing it in 3D in Elden Ring. Nuts. Well, not eaten as such. Sneaky bugger crept into camp and pushed a stack of ammunition crates over on me. Oh, maybe I can help you. Help me do what? Well, I'll help you with enough to keep you here as a ghost. Well, now that I say it, I guess there's much I can do to help you get revenge on that lion. Oh, no, it isn't revenge that's keeping me here. Go for that lion, I say. Turn about and start playing all that, what? Although I wish you'd done it in a more manner that made for a better story. So why are you ghost then? Which could have been my true regret. I never faced the most dangerous game. I am definitely not going to help you hunt people. What? No. The most dangerous board game. Nobody was ever willing to play against me. A bully shame, eh? What? What's the game? Gives you over a small table on which is laid out a board of alternating red and black squares, little wooden disc painted red and black as well. Checkers? Checkers jump and scatter as the ghost stabs two large hunting knives into the center of the board. Knife checkers. What are the rules? You know how to play checkers? Yes. Do you know how to stab someone in the hand with a knife? Yes. That's all you need to know, really. Alright, I'll play. You yank one of the knives out of the board, and Lord Houston instructs you to hold it left-handed. The rules are you may only attack your opponent's hands and only when they are over the board. This place checkers are played from when they land, but attacking the board directly is a foul, which awards the opponent a stab-free turn. It appears to be a primary game of concentration, quick moves, and fainting. Play aggressively. Start the game by attacking quickly and fiercely to establish dominance, keep your opponent from developing his pieces. The strategy is somewhat effective, but Lord Houston doesn't scare easily, and he manages to feint a few of your pieces past your guard. You're into the mid-game more or less evenly matched. In the mid-game, you focus more on the checkers than on your knife work, maneuvering them as a decision for some big gains in the long term. You suffer a few minor nicks and cuts, but are well positioned for the endgame. Lord Houston spots a hole in your defenses. He feints left, and quickly slides one of his pieces into the gap and into your trap. This moves his hand just into the position you need to attack it with a hard downward stab. He easily yanks his hand out of the way, and your knife hits one of the pieces on its edge, flipping it across the board to land neatly in his back rank. Kingdom. I say, it's a foul to attack the board. Sure, but I wasn't, was I? I attacked your hand and you dodged, that's all. You sneaky blighter. Play continues, but with the king left behind Lord Houston's line, you clean up fairly quickly. Alright, lad, I can see it. Marvelous play, what? Well done. You smart split fade away into nothingness. Alright, so that's another ghost down. Oh my god. Is that what I think it is? Spittoon here. A bright, shiny, beautiful spittoon. Gimme. Oh boy. Oh yeah, come to Papa. What are you doing? Huh? Nothing. What are you doing? Looking at someone who's kneeling next to a spittoon with the apparent intention of sticking his whole entire face inside it. You jam your hand in the spoon up to the shoulder and find nothing. The brass bucket is shiny and clean outside and in. Clean as the day it was born. The museum staff must have washed it. It looks brand new. Are you crying? No, I'm fine. You're crying. Okay, well, I'll just be over here whenever you're done lying on the ground in a fetal position and hugging a spittoon. Fine. That's it. Think about people by building tables that they almost never touch people who will probably maintain the cues. This cue does not provide evidence to the contrary. That does not bode well. Gimme, yeah. Okay, I remember seeing a lathe somewhere. It was on the second floor. I mean, we gotta go here anyway. Yeah, kind of. Oh wow, how kind! Thank you very much. She takes the glass from you and puts it in, whereupon it falls to her head onto the floor. Oh dear, it's a little too physical. Yeah, I wasn't certain this would work. Don't worry, this is easily fixed. Do you have a hammer I can borrow? The hammer? Yeah. That'll do nicely, thank you. She takes the hammer, places the glass eye on her desk, and smashes it with a precise crack. Ah, perfect. She gives you back the hammer and plucks the ghost of the glass eye from the shattered fragments. After blowing the dust off it, she tucks it into her eye socket. That fits much better. Does it work? Now that you mention it, no, I can actually see with it. It is the ghost of a glass eye, after all. Oh dear, this won't do it all. What a shame. You know, I don't understand why your eye is still missing. What do you mean? Well, I always assume that when someone loses an arm or something, it just sticks around as an arm ghost. That's why people say they can still feel it itching sometimes, because you've still got an arm there, but it's a ghost. It's even called phantom limb syndrome. So logically, if the rest of you becomes a ghost after that, it would hook right back up. But then, where did my eye go? Maybe it got pushed back inside your head? Ghost thinks about this for a second and shakes her head. Now that seems... Wait. What? I do think I felt something just then. She shakes her head again. My goodness gracious. Keep going! It's like one of those puzzles where you try to get the marble in the hole. She bends her head forward and continues shaking. You can almost hear a faint rattling sound and then a plop. She straightens back up, blinking with two eyes. You did it! I'll be. Thank you so much, dear. I never would have thought of that. No problem. Have a nice time in heaven or wherever. Just gives you a friendly wave, fades out of sight. That's that then. Okay. Okay, wait. I know what I gotta do. Hang on. Wait a second. Maybe you suck into one of those cigars you got. Yeah, what if that? Got an exploding cigar. I think this is what you're looking for. That's an exploding cigar. Yep. Sometimes the cigar is just a cigar, but not this time. What did you use for the explosive? Found a really small firecracker. It's big enough to blow up the cigar without also blowing up someone's face. It's also with the, you know, violent lead projectile. You're a genius. Please let me see it in action so I can finally rest. Oh, look at me smoking a cigar. Hope nothing bad. Oh, God! There he goes. Okay, so it should be almost everyone. 4 ghosts. 1 left on the second and 3 on the third. Okay. I know 1 is the prosecutor. Depends if any weapons. We'll go here. Let's see what Mrs. Gun's about. The door is locked and no earthly forces can open it. Or maybe a whole team of horses, but good luck getting them up the elevator. Knock knock. Yes, who is it? This is Gun, Sky Suna. Are you with the ghost extermination people? Yes, ma'am. Florence Cunningham Ghost Annihilation Services. Sky is my assistant. I'm your what? Who's the country licensed ghost hunter here? You, me, or you? Okay, fine. I guess. Have you exterminated all the ghosts? I still feel haunted. Forward and left, according to the scanner. We're still working on it, ma'am. Don't worry, you can count on us. Please let me know when you've finished. Will do, ma'am. All right, let's see what's going on in the music room. What are you doing? This is the ghost of an orchestra conductor, unless he's a ghost of someone pretending to be an orchestra conductor. Either he's very agitated about something or he's conducting Flight of the Bumblebee. Sorry to interrupt, but I can actually hear the music. What are you conducting? It's the finale of the year 1812 Solemn Overture by Tchaikovsky. Oh, the 1812 Overture. Sure, that would have been my second guess. Is your orchestra like double ghosts or something? What? Ah, I see. No, there's no orchestra. I really had this piece of music irrevocably lodged in my head. It's been nagging at me incessantly ever since my death. This is just a guess, but did you die during the performance of the 1812 Overture? That is correct. Yes, very astute of you. And the finale of that piece features a real actual cannons, right? Is that how you died? If it was my fate to be slain by a piece of music, cannons would have been far preferable to my utterly farcical demise. What happened? The overture requires several cannons because it is impossible to load a single cannon quickly enough to fire such poor demands. However, the stage you were performing on could not afford the wait. What did you do? I was not informed of the difficulty until it was far too late to make any changes. It transpired that the stage manager decided it would be sufficient to give a box of bullets to the tuba player. You were shot by a tuba? I was shot, as you say, by a tuba. Wow, no wonder you ended up as a ghost. Oh, what isn't the ridiculous stuff by death that troubles me, really? Accidents happen, as with any performing arts. A colleague of mine was decapitated by an errant cymbal during a performance of Paganini's Violin Concerto No. 1, such is the risk we take for our art. Gosh! The problem is that 1812 Overture's finale is a very dramatic and energetic piece. With this music constantly replaying itself in my head, I am utterly unable to find any peace. Shoot, music up is blank. What do you think you are, John Cage? So we have blank sheet, right? Oh. Daniel Boone poster. Corner is loose. Ah! Okay, so I need sheet music. There are 3 on the 3rd. So one's in the music room. the others? Can't go into Mrs. Gun room. Where are you? Oh, that's the fucking goblin. I'm like, who's making that noise? That's the whole thing. Right, I was looking for the lathe. Where did I see the lathe at? Was it the second floor? Or was it in the cellar? Might have been in the cellar. Hang on. No, it was the gun carriage. Not the gun carriage, but the carriage stables. The pool cue's wobbly. Aha! The lathe. Hey, maybe we can make that billiards cue just fine. You lathe, rinse and repeat until the cue is fixed. Excellent. Plus 10 moxie. How's it going? I ain't doing chit chat, fella. Just billiards. Step up or shut up. Chuck up your cue and the ghost racks the balls. It's a close match. You have to consult that geometry book a few times just to work out all the angles. Game comes down to a fight for the 8 ball, and you manage to barely squeak out the win when the ghost catches an unlucky bounce off the corner of a pocket. Well, shucks. Nice shooting, Tex. He flips you a finger gun salute, winks, and fades into nothingness. Alright. Trap going to the ceiling over here. Too bad you're on like 11 feet tall. Yeah, I think I need like a ladder or something. So that's 2 ghosts. Mrs. Gun room, we can't get into the music room. There's some sheet music. Can't find anything in the library. Okay, over? Door? Sure? Over? Sure? Sheet music. Let's go to the first floor. Let's check out the... snacks for souvenirs. Is that your name, Biff? Sure. Now it's Howdy. Alright, thank you. Got candy. Nah, okay, good. Do you have any information? Nothing new. Okay. Where do I need to go? What's the issue? Oh, what? Oh, the eyes move in that painting. I just now noticed. Creepy. Dining room. What the heck am I supposed to do with this? Nothing, okay. Like I'm not. You're a real person on a statue. What do you go to? I'm a statue. Go away. Yeah, I'm 99% sure. Go away. What's your name? Paul. Go away. Ball up, Sky. What are you doing? I'm trying to be a statue that goes from keep. Go away. I'll blow my cover. I wonder. Hey, Lloyd? Ever heard of a fella named McCready? Nope, don't ring a bell. Would have been about 17 years ago. Heck, I got a long memory, but not that long. I only started working here 6 or 7 years ago anyhow. What about the guest register? Well, we keep those for the last couple of years. The only place I know of that might have records as far back as it's the post office. Alright, cool, thanks. Actually helpful. Trying to find a guy named McCready. There's a possibility he might have passed through here about 17 years ago. Passed through? No stamp passports here. Yeah. He stayed for a while. I'm gonna have to forward an address. Ooh, can you check, please? Alright, them books could use a dusting anyway. One sec. He pulls some big letters out of her desk and blows a huge cloud of dust into the air and then starts leafing through them. 17 years, around about 78 then. 76, 78. Marin, Mabelston, McMurphy, McCready. Got a Matt McCready. Is that the one? That's him! No forwarding address, but you could ask at his old place, just out to the northwest of here. Let me see your mount. Oh yeah, looks like you already got it here. Desert House. That's the one. Thanks. Huh. And McCready stuck to his guns. Crazy, right? We found this near the beginning of the game. Dig until your shovel hits a wooden coffin and haul the lid open. A skeleton blinks at you. Well, it doesn't, but anyway. Howdy? Howdy, you guilty McCready? Well now, I ain't heard that name in, what year is it? 1895. 17 years. No, I tell a lie, that was a one-time 8 years ago. Same McCready that escaped the gallows during his clips? Well now, since the statute of limitations expired, I might as well fess up. Yep, that was me. Real sweet plan too, apart from that one little hitch, and went off smooth as silk. Even worked in a little misdirection to lead the law to them other two fellas instead of me. Serves them right too. They was real murderers, not like me. I never killed a man except in a fair fight. Except for that one little hitch you mentioned? Miscalculated how long to delay the trial. So in order not to miss the eclipse, you called for a trial by combat. Oh. Well, yeah, that's the truth of it. You're blaming me for Miss Wainwright's death, I suppose. Why did you just trust her? She would have gotten you declared innocent. She had a real good head on her shoulder, sure, but so did that prosecutor fella. I didn't rate the odds better than 50-50. Not good enough. And anyway, the trial by combat was part of her job. Should have been ready. That stinks. She trusted you. She's a ghost now because she feels guilty about losing that trial. I spent ages trying to convince her you weren't innocent, and she backed you every step of the way despite the fact you got her killed. You don't even care. Hell, you bite your tongue, sonny. You don't know me. Don't care. I did what I thought I had to do to stay alive, but I felt damn guilty about what happened to Miss Wainwright. But I ain't taking all the blame for it, no sir. She'll tell you herself she should have been better prepared, just like she told me that day, apologizing with her last breath. I gave up gunfighting for her. Gave up the only thing I ever lived for, and that's how I felt about it. You gave up gunfighting? Weren't easy, but I did. Bought this house, bought this land, raised some chickens, and had a little vegetable garden. Place has gone to hell since I died. That's a shame. Anyway, I'm in front of my pistol again, not even at a damn fence post. That's not what it says on your grave. Oh. Read it again. That's the fellow what killed me. Gave a little ironic joke, I reckon. Someone killed you? You're only the second person to track me down. First one was 9 years after the trial. Big Tim's brave brother hunting for revenge. What happened? He challenged me to a duel. I told him I ain't doing no more. He asked again, and I said no, and he hollered at me, and I took my pistol out of the closet and threw it at his feet so he could see out the cylinder was all rusted shut. He cocked his gun and asked me one last time, and I said no, and that's the last thing I remember. Bang. Jeez. Kind of didn't bury me though. Guess they weren't all bad. Do you want to see Felicity again? I could take her to her ghost. Nah, I reckon I'll just go back to sleep. Ain't ran a dead fella walking around. Just had a song for me, alright? Here, you give her my pocket watch. She'll recognize it. Alright, bye McCready. So long, fella. Close the call off pin and build the hole back in. Nope, I want the map. I need to go back to the Darkwater. Back to Gun Manor. Oh, alright. So to the second floor, to the gallery. I got a question for you. Are you ready for this? What now? Found McCready's grave. He wasn't executed. You're 100% certain it's him, not some other man named McCready. It was him. Here, he gave me his watch to give you. Turns the watch around in her hands for a while, just looking at it without saying anything. Then she slowly winds it and listens to the chime of the hour. Yes, this is his watch, alright, thank you. Wait, you said he gave it to you. He's alive? Not exactly. He's a skeleton. We talked for a while, and then he asked me to bury him again so we go back to sleep. What did he say? He confirmed our guesses. He knew about the eclipse in advance and solved the trial for his escape plan, but stalled it too long and decided to hedge his bets by calling for the trial by combat. I see. He gave up gunfighting. He what? Bought a little house and raised chickens. Never fired his pistol again. In fact, he left it to rust. 9 years later, Tim's bereaved brother caught up to him and challenged him to a revenge match. McCready refused repeatedly, so the guy shot him. Said, "Tell you we're sorry." She looks at you silently for a moment and looks at the watch. She winds the hands back a minute and listens as it chimes again. She sighs and shakes her head and then smiles at you. Thank you, Cigar. You make a damn fine attorney. She shakes your hand and fades from view as she does so, leaving her attorney's badge in your hand. Rest in peace, counselor. Plus 10 melee attack damage, draw damage, and pistol attack damage. Let's look at my moxie. No, wait, actually, what's my lapel? That's my offhand. Oh, no, yeah, definitely. That's a plus 15 to all stats. Alright, let me get this guy out. Hey, Paul, how's it going? Shh, is this ghost still there? No, I took care of her. Oh, thank God. I'm gonna watch this flower off and get back to work, but first, it's frantically scratching every part of his body. Man, it feels like I've been saving up these things for days. I was about to go crazy. Thanks, Sky, your lifesaver. No problemo. Come see me at the visitor center. I'll hook you up with a souvenir photograph. Paul wanders off, still scratching. Okay, I think that's all the ghosts. Two on the third. Who's on the third? Oh, right, Mr. fucking Music Man. Really interesting. It's the first time I encountered a ghost who hits himself on a double ghost. Yeah, this guy's gonna be difficult. Man, because I don't know what I'm doing. Wait. I need the saloon. There's one place of music I know of, but I don't know if it would work or not. No, yeah, that's not what I want. Alright. Real quick, we're gonna look this up and see what the fuck we're looking for. Just to make this go a little bit faster. We want the music room. Ah, okay. Okay, I think I see what I have to do now. Out the door, back in. Up we go. Third floor. Here we go. Looks like this is where the creepy. Transcribe it. Spooky lullaby sheet music. Would not have guessed that on my own. Play the lullaby. As it slows down. Oh, look at me, all happy now. No longer tormented by the 1812 overture. Oh no, that was nice. Soothing. Alright. Do you believe that is the last of the ghost? Let's go report to Mrs. Gunn. Florence and Sky. Whatever. I do feel significantly less haunted. Did you get rid of all the ghosts? You sure did, ma'am. Actually, my scanner says there's still one. Shh! Yes, ma'am, all ghosts accounted for. Last splendid. Come right in. Thanks. Well then. Hello, Mrs. Gunn. Hello, Sky, was it? Thank you so much for getting rid of all those ghosts for me. Yeah, about that. Turns out there's one left. Oh dear. I'll need you to take care of it before I can pay you. Mrs. Gunn, I've got some bad news for you. Oh, what's that? It's you. You're a ghost, ma'am. Well, I'll be. When did that happen, I wonder? My condolences. Well, thank you, you're very kind. You know, this does explain some things. Like what? Well, I haven't had any appetite for months. Nearly a year, in fact. I keep sending food up from the kitchen to the dumbwaiter, but I've just been dropping it out the window and setting the empty plates back to the chef when her feelings hurt. That explains the pile of trash out back. Oh no, I'm gonna sneeze. I'm gonna sneeze. It's also the fact that you're, well, translucent. Yes! I thought it was just cataracts. Miss Gunn, this prompts a question, you know. Oh, what's that? Oh, thank you. Lord, may bless you. Why are you a ghost? Well, I'm sure I don't know. You're the expert, perhaps you can tell me. Actually, that's me. I'm the expert. You have some kind of unfinished business? Something that's tying you to this place? Well, now that you mention it, yes, I suppose I do. Do you mind telling me about it? My entire family disappeared a few years ago. My husband and 3 daughters. Oh, jeez. I saw their rooms, but I didn't know they were actually missing. I guess I assumed they were just out of town or something. The sheriff suspected they'd been kidnapped for ransom, but no one has ever made any demands. They just vanished. I never found out what happened. I always thought they were taken away by ghosts. Why do you think that? I always feel guilty about how many people have been killed by my invention. The belt buckle? The gun. Oh, right. I used to worry that the ghosts would come back to haunt me. When I built this house, I had an electrical anti-ghost field installed in the walls of those rooms so they couldn't get in. No way! Awesome! Wait, doesn't that affect you? Well, I'm sure it would if I attempted to walk through the wall, but it never occurred to me to try. Aha. After Dan and the girls disappeared, I became so sure that ghosts had gotten them that I locked myself in here. After donating the rest of this house to the Historical Society, there would be someone to look after the place. Now I feel rather silly about the whole thing. Silly? I mean, ghosts do exist, obviously. Well, yes, but not that I'm a ghost myself. I can sense the presence of other ghosts, and they only just arrived in this house yesterday or the day before. That was when I called for an exterminator. You know, I didn't even question how I knew they were here, but I don't really think there have been any ghosts here before then. Why did they all show up yesterday? I couldn't say. They all seemed very angry and confused, but since they couldn't get in here, they gave up and started just wandering around the house. They gave up quite easily, actually. Maybe because you were already a ghost yourself. Well, Mrs. Gunn, what are we going to do with you? What do you mean? You contract me for 13 ghosts, ma'am. You're the 13th. Oh, yes. Obviously, I could simply renegotiate the number with you, but perhaps you should go ahead and exercise me or whatever you do. I'd rather find a more peaceful solution. A peaceful solution? What do you mean? Well, we can also release you from your ghostitude by solving the problem that's keeping you here. In your case, I guess that means finding out what happened to your family. Oh, well, I would be very grateful if you could. I assume they're dead, and to be honest, I think I've got used to that fact, but I surely would like to know exactly what happened. I'll see what I can do. Break in case of attic. Attic opens dick. Who the hell are you? Hey, who the heck are you? I'm Sky Toysuna, but since I'm not the guy who's apparently hiding out in Mrs. Gunn's attic, I feel like you ought to be the one answering that question. Who am I? Well, that's just friggin' typical. I'm Chet Bullet, damn it. I suppose I've heard that even before. Yes, you damn well should have. Mrs. Gunn's invention would have been nothing without mine. Let me guess, you invented the bullet? Phew. I'm sure you were gonna say belt buckle again. No, shoot, now I want to change my guess. You're damn right I invented the bullet, but I was her assistant, so do I get any credit? Hell no! Well, sounds like you got an axe to grind. Not much for long. Not for much longer. Oh, jeez. Yeah, looks like we found the bad guy. Okay, Chet, go ahead and tell us the details of your whole nefarious plan. I don't care much for your tone. Why should I tell you anything? Well, you don't want to take credit for whatever your genius plan is. I'm fine to let you languish in obscurity. Well, it's too late for you to stop me anyway, so I suppose it couldn't hurt to tell you. Certainly not as much as not telling me would. When Mrs. Gunn dies, control of the company patents passes to me. I'm no murderer, mind you. I just keep my hands clean. But I figured that might be some of the people who have a bone to pick there, considering their manner of death. You summoned all those ghosts? That's right. All it took was some basic seance equipment, wired up to the house's belfry for amplification. A snap for a mechanical genius like me. But seance gear summons ghosts related to the summoner. That's the point of a medium, a person who knows how to direct the summoning on someone else's behalf, so you get to talk to your own grandma instead of the summoners. You don't seem like the medium type to me. More like a small. But that does explain something I've been wondering about. Oh? It didn't make sense for all the ghosts to be here to be haunting Mrs. Gunn, because some of them weren't killed by guns, but they were all killed by bullets. Naturally, I anticipated there'd be a couple of those. That's why I rigged this room with an anti-ghost field, which I cleverly boosted so those ghosts couldn't even sense me up here. So your plan was to summon a bunch of angry ghosts who would initially be looking for you, but would haunt Mrs. Gunn instead when they couldn't find you. Correct. And once they've haunted her to death, Gun Industries will be all mine. Well, I hate to be the bearer of good news, but Mrs. Gunn is dead. On the bright side, she's been dead for a year, so you pretty much wasted your time. What? Really? I'm rich. Now just you gotta hear all those ghosts spotting me. Yeah, the ghosts are gone too, so you're pretty much in the clear. Wonderful. The anti-ghost field is pretty effective, but it was starting to make the back part of my brain itch. You flip the switch on an electrical device, and you suddenly become aware of the absence of extremely low frequency hum right on the edge of your hearing. Something else I want to ask you about. Ask away. What happened to Mrs. Gunn's family? Oh, damn. They've been out of the picture for years. I heard a rumor Dan got killed by desperados and buried in a shallow grave out in the backside of nowhere. But of course I wouldn't know actually know anything about that. Like for me, since I couldn't have inherited the company with them around, or their daughters. You son of a... Relax, the girls are fine, I'm not a monster. I'm pretty sure you're a monster. There's a weird little island kingdom somewhere on the other side of the ocean. Apparently it's stuck in some sort of bizarre temporal field that keeps nearly anyone from entering or leaving. Can't even find the place if we don't know how. Fortunately, I know a guy who knows how, so I gave the girls 3 free tickets to a sleepaway camp. Wasn't it nice to me? You're an absolute bastard. Oh, that hurts my feelings. Fortunately, I'm about to have a whole lot of money to console myself with. I believe the island kingdom he's talking about is a reference to the developer's games. I think it's asymmetric. Previous one, Kingdom of Loathing, which I think is still ongoing, and I think it's browser-based. Why you... Hold on. You should talk to Mrs. Gunn first before we tear this ass a new hole. Huh? I thought you said she was dead. Depending on what she says, you might be too. Hi, Mrs. Gunn. Hello again. Have you managed to find anything out? Yeah, I have good news and bad news. Go on, I'm ready. Jed Bullet had your husband killed and your daughters kidnapped, so he'd be the sole inheritor of your company when you died. It's also the reason all the ghosts were here. That son of a... I should have suspected something when he suddenly started being so ingratiating back then. And when he wrote off desperados on his expense account. I'd write him out of my will, but I suppose it's too late. It's rather galling. What's the good news? Said your daughters are safe, they're just on a magical island somewhere that nobody can get to? It's not exactly comforting, but at this point I'll take it. Plainly, if you wanted to kill them, you could have done so. Wait, you spoke to him personally? Yeah, he didn't know you were already dead, so he's been hiding in your attic the last couple of days waiting for the ghost to kill you? What do you want to do with him? I'll leave that up to you. I'm not in a state to make any reasoned judgment. In any case, you've answered my question, and I can feel myself moving on already. Thank you for all your help. The sad wave Mrs. Gunn fades from view. Then almost as an afterthought, the lock on her desk drawer pops open. Inside, you find a check written out to Cunningham Ghost Annihilation Services, which flows snags with a ka-ching and a blueprint. The blueprint represents what would have been the crowning achievement of Mrs. Gunn's career if she hadn't died before actually getting it into production. Luckily, we know a place where we can make guns. And we actually have blueprints, and now we just can't make something that is a travesty and an affront to gunsmith kind. Miss Gunn's opus. All directions of Mrs. Gunn's blueprint, but finally get to the world. 999, huh? Oh yeah, this is a good one. This is a good one. Go deal with Chet. I think that'll be the end of this, really. Fucking clean spittoon. Let me finish here. I got a business to run. Not done with you yet. Wait here. Holy cow, there's some really big bells hanging above you. This house has the biggest bells of them all. Lots of sciencey stuff. Something for you. Look at this. This is one of the new Eldritch vacuum batteries Magi Mech Tech is making. I don't think they're available in this region yet. Damage increase and Beta Blast. Let's see what else we got going on over here. This looks like maybe it operates the electric hanging above you. Ring the bells. That's nice. That's a pretty good bell. That's clear tones. Oh, I think I might know what it says. Yep. As the eerie sound of the bell fades away, ethereal outlines begin to appear around you and resolve, one at a time, into familiar spirits. Monsieur Lardest, and then the lady who was running the Boo and Breakfast, the librarian. You know, you really didn't get very many other names. Maybe you should be better about introducing yourself to people. Anyway, you're soon surrounded by a small crowd of ghosts, with Mrs. Gunn being the last to arrive. This is the bell tower in my house. Sky, what's happened? Yeah, nice to see you again. What's up, counselor? Suppose you're all wondering why I've summoned you here today. I did just ask you that, yes? Well, I've come into some information that I think you all might be interested in. This won't take long. We'll need to get back to the afterlife. So hurry. They got an all-you-can-eat buffet with every kind of meat in nugget form. Oh my gosh. You unholster your pistol and slowly put it against your temple. Can't get there that way, you dummy. Rats. You put the gun away again. Anyway, let me explain. It's way funnier than it should be. Felicity, how did you feel when you got here? Originally, I mean. Well, I remember being very angry, wanted revenge for my death, but the feeling went away pretty quickly and I couldn't remember why it felt like that. I'm not the vengeful type. Doesn't even really make sense in your case. Yes, exactly. I never bore any ill will toward the prosecutor that shot me. Is it basically the same rest for you? Just like that, yes. Myself as well. Me too. Thought so. Well, here's the deal. You were all summoned here with the explicit purpose of taking revenge on Mrs. Gunn here. Attendants, I was not killed by the gun. I wasn't either. Yeah, some of you weren't. The summoning happened based on your connection to the summoner himself, Chet Bullet, the inventor of the bullet. But it was hiding with an anti-ghost technology and assumed that enough of your deaths was gun-related that you turn your attention to Mrs. Gunn instead. Well, that's just dirty pool. And I should know, considering I got shot for playing dirty pool. Thing is, he didn't know that Mrs. Gunn was already a ghost, so with nobody to take revenge on, you all just reverted to your regular state of mind. Huh. Well, I appreciate the info, but was it really necessary to call us all back to just tell us that? What I really wanted to tell you is that Chet Bullet has turned off his anti-ghost field. He's over there at the other end of the attic. Now, I'm not going to make any noise about how I was ultimately responsible for all your deaths, because that would be both crazy and also belittle the actual circumstances of your death. But Chet Bullet murdered Mrs. Gunn's husband, kidnapped her daughters, and attempted to use you all to kill Mrs. Gunn herself. So if you all are interested in a little frontier justice, 13 is a pretty good number for a posse. Ghosts all turn to look at each other, and their eyes begin to glow red. The hunter is the first to leave the circle, closely followed by the poacher. Soon they've all left except for Felicity, Rainwright, and Mrs. Gunn. Mrs. Gunn looks hesitant for a moment and seems to make up her mind. Gives you a stern nod, then follows the others. You turn away and soon hear a man screaming, but the sound quickly decreases in volume as though he were being pulled a great distance away, and then it's gone entirely. I figured you wouldn't be into it, Felicity. Yeah, despite everything, I still believe in the rule of law. Did you try to stop them, though? Nope. No, you certainly didn't. Well, I won't keep you any longer. Happy trails, counselor. You too, counselor. She fades away with a wink. All's well that ends well. Well, that's it. You reckon that your careful recon of the situation has brought some true reckoning to Gun Manor. Congratulations on getting the best ending. Feel free to wander around the grounds and enjoy the scenery, maybe wrap up some loose ends, but otherwise, you're pretty much done here. Thanks for playing the Reckoning at Gun Manor. Damn, there's just a scorch mark where he was left. Balls are still now? I got a 3-ball. Generate 10 HP per round of combat and plus 25 max HP. Nice. Well, we managed to finish it in one stream. That is the end of West of Loathing, Reckoning at Gun Manor DLC, and by extension, that is the end of Reckoning at Gun Manor. Let me go ahead and see, mute the game and transition back to here. Okay, there we are. So yeah, we managed to peacefully exorcise the ghosts from Gun Manor. Ow, ow. Ugh. Yeah, there is actually achievement for a forcibly exorcising the ghosts from Gun Manor. I could have done that and gotten it, but I was like, nah, let me go ahead and get the best thing for this. But yeah, peacefully, and funnily enough, a lot of them were great. Managed to find out the reason behind the hauntings, and, you know, let the ghosts enact a little bit of frontier justice, which was nice. Shame about Mrs. Gunn's husband and her daughters, though. I do now wonder if they actually show up in the Kingdom of Loathing game. I'll have to like actually look at that in my off time, because I've heard about it, and like I said, I think it's still ongoing, so I'm curious about that and what it's dealing with. But as always, thank everyone who came out for coming out. Hope y'all enjoyed the stream. One last set of celebratory bits for finishing the game. Ah, thank you very much. It's like hot damn, biddies all over. But yeah, if y'all enjoyed watching me taking out a manor full of ghosts. I feel like I should have some sort of undead solidarity, but I feel like that was good enough for being peaceful. So, next time, which will be Friday. Thank you. Sorry for being quiet for a bit there. Oh no, don't worry. Trust me, I got plenty of lurkers. So people being quiet during the stream ain't nothing new for me. This was fun. Well, I'm glad you had fun. As long as people have fun in my stream, that's all that matters. That's what I'm here for. To have a good time and be a skeleton. At least one of those I can succeed on. But yeah, next stream will be Friday, usual time, 7 p.m. Central. We'll be continuing our Halo 1 playthrough. We'll see how far we get from when we last left off. I think we were on chapter 5. So we'll see how far we get there. Saturday will be a thing. I will stream. That's about it. When I get more confirmation on what I'm doing and what potential time it will be, like I said, I will update the schedule. So be on the lookout for that. So, but until then, again, thank you all for coming out. Hope you all had a good time. And until next time, good night and take care. I will see you all later. Bye-bye.